Wike is in trouble. I repeat, Wike is in trouble. We have a breaking news. Wike clash with soldiers in Abuja over land. Wike clash with soldiers in Abuja over land. The office of the Federal Capital Territory, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, and that of the military, they clashed together today. If you watch that video, you see there's a lot of physical interaction, a lot of verbal exchanges between Wike and the army.
And then for you to carry land.
Sir, everything was acquired legally.
Will you stop
and
that?
You get the
Will you stop that?
Sir, I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, you're not good, sir.
I will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir,
I was in school, you're not in school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will
me
you keep quiet?
You can't
Get
shut
a
me
big
up, sir.
fool.
I'm not
You are a big fool.
I'm not a fool,
You think you
sir.
can shoot anybody like that?
Sir, I'm not
You
a
are a big
fool.
fool.
I am not a fool, sir.
As for the time I graduated, you are in primary school.
I'm acting on order.
Take for which order? You will see whether you will not be here.
Sir, you can't call me a fool.
Go and confront me.
I'm an officer. I'm not a fool.
What is the problem? According to Wike's media aide, he said that a former chief of naval staff, Vice Admiral Awal Zubaru Gambo, sent his armed military security details to attack men of the FCTA Department of Development Control. He also stationed armed military men to protect the illegal development, with military men threatening to shoot anyone who interfered with them. Now, if Wike had overstepped his boundaries with these military men, it would have been a different ball game entirely. The military men stood their ground and said that we have orders from above not to allow anybody into this land. And who is that above? Let's look at the ranking. You see the military, they have a mind of their own. Let's understand this. Let's not use sentiment to run this analysis. Let's not use sentiment. I know that Wike is amongst the most hated politicians in Nigeria. Amongst. Many people don't like Wike. Even in the APC, PDP, all around, they don't like Wike. But let's not use sentiment to follow this particular report. I just pray that this does not escalate to something else. Now, when you look at a particular soldier, he listens to order. He does not listen to order from a bloody civilian. Wike is a bloody civilian. The Nigerian military is largely accountable or answerable to a civilian who is the president, commander-in-chief of the armed forces. We understand that Wike is somebody that likes to intimidate. He thought he could intimidate the soldiers, the military men there. But they had to tell him that we are the Nigerian military. We are not this your ordinary, all those security apparatuses that Nigerian officials intimidate. Remember what happened in Magodo between Sanwo-Olu and some of those military officials. They had to stop Sanwo-Olu, and Sanwo-Olu had to leave the scene for them, leave it for them. If Wike was on his right, what he should have done is that, okay, the soldier told him that we have the title document. We have submitted it. So go and confirm from my boss. What Wike should have done was that he should have gone to meet his boss or meet the president, and they iron it out, because military na military. Military have a mind of their own. The reason why the coup did not work was because of a fellow military man stopped it. It is a fellow military man that stopped the coup. If not, if the military today decide that, okay, we want Tinubu to go, and they all speak with one voice, no bloody civilian all over the country can stop. No Wike, no Tinubu, they can never stop Tinubu. If they want to arrest Tinubu today, it is Tinubu's brigade of guards. The DSS cannot stop the military. Police cannot stop the military. Military is of a very high rank. If Tinubu is even dealing with the military, he deals with the military with politically. So the young man that stood here and stopped Wike and sent Wike back behaved professionally. Even though there's impunity in Nigeria, we understand that this is the system. Wike never expected. Wike thought that he could bully anybody anyhow, and somehow he gets away with it. But today he met his match. The guys, they stood down. If Wike had touched that 3-star general, if Wike had touched that 3-star officer, military officer, my brother, they will bundle Wike, and anybody that is available, they bundle them, they'll take them to their barracks. Somebody is saying that soldier, they will sack the soldier, this and that. A soldier follows orders. A soldier is not emotional. It's not like a civilian that can change today and tomorrow. A soldier follows orders. So they give him order to don't let anybody enter. He doesn't listen to you. He tries and respect you and engage with you as the FCTA minister, but giving you information. Wike was abusing him. When I graduated, you're in primary school, you're a fool, you're this and that. All those things to a senior military officer. The respect was that because he was an FCT minister. If not, if he's an ordinary person that does not have title, they will have bundled him and they will have taken him to the guard room. I know that some Nigerians are happy. Yes, so thank God. They don't deal with Wike, this and that. The reality here is that Wike did not handle that situation very well. Power don't they intoxicate Wike. Wike think, see, this is not how somebody needs to behave under this kind of political structure. Wike don't buy market. That is what I started with. Wike don't buy market. Inside PDP, he get enemies. Inside APC, he get enemies. Now, inside the military, Wike don't get enemies. Whether you like it or not. Some people in the APC does not want Wike to enter APC. They don't want Wike. And if Wike enter APC in a trap, I tell you, people don't like Wike. Even the APC that he's working for, they don't want him to join APC because he's a chaotic person. They see his personality as somewhat chaotic. And it's not someone that they can contain. Tinubu would use him the way he's using him to cause trouble and hang him in the balance. Look at Rivers State. Tinubu has stylishly taken the control of Rivers State from Wike. Now, Fubara, whatever Fubara is doing now, he go and answer to Tinubu. They are planning for, they package Wike, they lift Wike from ground, he no know. Until they will lift up to a certain point, they will just leave Wike, he will just fall down. And that will be the end. They have signed off Wike at the top. Top guys have set up Wike. You see, Wike has so many enemies, and I don't know why. But the reason why I know that he has enemies is because he is somebody that is chaotic. He's chaotic. They know that he's somebody that needs power. You know, like Lucifer in heaven. With all the power Lucifer had, he's even envying the throne of God. The person like Wike. Will Tinubu come to rescue, or what will Tinubu do in this situation? But before that, let's talk about the politics attached to all this. Before 2027, some things will happen. After 2027, after Tinubu wins that election, Wike will become a personal non grata. Just put that in mind. Wike will become a personal non grata. Tinubu will not bully the Nigerian military on this particular Wike issue. You dare not bully the Nigerian military. If you want to even follow them talk, you need to use politics. The way Tinubu is handling the military, he's playing politics. You don't come and the way Tinubu Wike is talking, you gotta talk to the chief of defense staff like that. They don't burn that person well. Chief of army staff, they don't burn the civilian well to talk to the chief of defense staff and chief of army staff like that. Forget the fact that some people are supporting Wike. No, you don't. They will remind him. I told you now. Look at Africa today. The military will just come together. Junior officers. They will come together. They go round off the president. They will put her for bondage. Nothing they happen. Nothing they happen. As a civilian, the only person that has some little influence in the Nigerian military is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces and no one else. So if Wike, thank God the devil did not push Wike to go and hit the man. He just was speaking. And the young man was professional in his engagement. Nigerian military in Africa is one of the best military. Forget that we are compromising Boko Haram and bandits. So if in your area, if police want to work, you gonna say police, they know what they do. If police want to really work, if the Nigerian military is not infiltrated by Boko Haram and terrorist sympathizers, if the military want to work and flush out bandits today, tomorrow, they'll just give them 7 days. They will do what they need to do. Nigerian military, do not underestimate what they can do. Don't underestimate them. So it's unfortunate that at this point in time, Wike will not be having access to that land. He is going home until tomorrow. He will come back. You need to go and do the needful. Now let's look at reactions from Nigerians. Now somebody says Wike got into the FCT and started executing like an emperor. He presumed he would be on top forever. This incident is an indicator flagging the beginning of his downfall. The soldier wouldn't prevent him on a whim. They have signed him off. They have signed Wike off from the top. I repeat, they have signed Wike up from the top. Wike, the land grabber, he wants to run FCT like Rivers State, where he grabbed people's land and properties while he was the governor of the state. His language is very disrespectful to our men in uniform, men who lay down their lives for our nation. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please do the needful. First thing first, if you live in Abuja, you will know that he's the FCT minister and that's actually working since El-Rufai. I don't know what the issue is here, but I know he is pressing the powers that be in this town. Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, Northerners own the capital. Wike has been acting like a demigod, buying and selling anything he lays his hands on. Abuja has a different level of OGs, where your money and influence stops. Another person own is starting. Anywhere you own stop in Abuja, another person own is starting. They don't rate him. You are right. His time is up. Somebody says, I was just waiting for that slap and it never came. So sad. But you know that the executive controls the soldiers. He just need to make his case to Baja. Let's see how this plays off. Like I said, if this kind of thing happen, don't be confrontational. Just go to the authorities. You are a minister, a bloody civilian. Before these guys, go to the authority. They even stop governor. Not talk of no say we can be like governor for the eye. They stop governor from order for above. IG of police, IG of police, they muzzle governor. Not talk of chief of army staff or chief of defense staff. The chief of defense staff called Wike. Wike say if not for the chief of defense staff, will tell us this, because the chief of defense staff is a military officer. He understands how they operate, so they know how to the engagement. Okay, very unprofessional behavior. No matter the issue, the kind of public display from uniform officers is completely out of line. Discipline should always come first. What discipline? You should talk about their superiors. You know that impunity is both from the civilian and the military. In Nigeria today, whether we like it or not, we will always see this kind of impunity left, right, center. Okay, somebody says APC supporters don't drop quote on this matter. In case if you see this comment, be familiar with it. There's a particular comment going on from, I see the comment like this is the second time I'm reading. Let me read it again from another person. Very unprofessional behavior. No matter the issue, that kind of public display from uniformed officers is completely out of line. Discipline should always come first. One person. So, like I tell you, there's sentiment all over all these things. People are just running sentiment left, right, and center. But the point here is that, Wike has been signed off. Wike has been signed off from the top. Just watch it. They don't set him up. He don't fall. As he fall, it is left for them to now package him and put him in the dustbin of history. Politically, they have rendered Wike useless politically. And there's more setup that is going on. Even an El-Rufai was even, when he was demolishing houses, he was even careful. He was wise enough. I'm not saying that the generals the generals or the military, they are right in what they are doing. See, as a politician, you need to understand rules of engagement. It's not when you go and drink finish. You drink to stop pour. You want to kill yourself. Then you start misbehaving and talking to people anyhow. And it's not because if the military verse, all this one way through they do shake up the right center. If they speak one language, if the military verse and speak one language, you cannot be speaking English here. You cannot be speaking English here. I know there's politics, there's tribalism entering our security agencies. But if it gets to a point whereby the what they call it, their pride, the pride of the Nigerian military, you abuse it, you bruise their pride, and they take it up. There's nothing stopping anybody from doing anything. Okay, somebody says his downfall will be televised. Wow. Dear Wike, use your powers as the Minister of FCT and let the young officer also use his powers as an officer to order his boys. Oh God, oh God, oh God. So, they don't like Wike. People don't just like Wike. I can't read anything anymore. I can't read it anymore. Just I hope this does not escalate, and Wike does not go too soon. Like they don't dish him, they don't package him and throw him away too soon, because with what I'm seeing politically, they are trying to round him off. And this setup, no, you offend PDP, you offend APC, you offend Labour Party, you offend everybody, can't you offend Nigerian military? He go pay.